I think we all know that marketing is about understanding, knowing your consumers, creating some out of box thinking for your brand. A lot of times, your products don't change, and yet the narrative around the brand has to change and move with the flow. So, I think looking at the kind of contents that one needs to create around the brand to make it relevant to today's consumers, there is a certain amount of freedom which is required in the department because we all know that marketing is the most creative department in an organization. But independence for the heck of it does not work. But independence because the thinking must happen in an independent manner, in a more free flowing manner, in a more creative manner. I think you would agree that creativity thrives only when there's a little bit of freedom, there's a little bit of independence given to you. So these are very important to me. I mean, I can particularly speak only about myself that I would stifle myself to death if I did not have that independence to think different, to be different, and to be able to think and take my brand to different places. I think one of the ways that I believe that independence in thinking comes is when you start reading a lot. You hear other people's perspective. You try to have a point of view on that. Second thing is, I think traveling opens up your mind in a very different way. When you start looking at things very objectively, very differently, um, when you also study and analyze how your competitors or cross category learnings come to you, it allows you for certain pollination of an idea to come into your head. um, I think these would be some of the basic stuff which comes to my mind, that this is one way of allowing your mind to become creatively different or creatively more fertile. Definitely, hearing what somebody else has a point of view on helps you develop have a point of view. So I particularly find that very inspiring, and it just keeps me going. And that's something I actually ask my team to do a lot, to read a lot, to give me a perspective which is very different from how they would normally look and view at things. Marketing is not an independent functional department in any company, or it can't be. It is an important thing that it's a tool that helps, it aids in selling something. But I think that the point where marketing can stand out to be different from other people is that uh, in marketing you have to understand the consumers. So knowing your consumers, understanding the pulse of the time, understanding how the consumers are changing, and therefore how your brand narratives have to change are important things. But it cannot independently function sans the reality of an organizational need. So it is important, it is a cohesive integrated unit of a company and the different various functional departments. But for me, what is important is once I start thinking on a brand, I don't like too many changes around me, because I keep those ballpark figures in mind that this is what we have to achieve in terms of sale. This is where I need to peg my brand, or this is what I'm competing against. Having said that, then I want to start and think completely fresh and independently on that bit.